Good morning, friends. Today I come to you to share another portion of my book, The Calling, starting on page 3. At the same time came the disciples unto Jesus, saying, Who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven? And Jesus called a little child unto him, and set him in the midst of them, and said, Verily I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little children, ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is greatest in the kingdom of heaven. And whoso shall receive one such little child in my name receiveth me. Matthew 18:1-5. After the passing of my brother, we moved for a short time to Oklahoma, where I attended a public school there. But we didn't stay long, and I was happy to return to Arkansas and my friends and be able to attend the Christian school once again. One of my favorite Christmas memories of my childhood was when the church would go Christmas caroling and collecting money for their hospital. This was done from after Thanksgiving till a couple of days before Christmas every night. You see, This was done from after Thanksgiving till a couple of days before Christmas every night. And it was during this time I had my first missionary experience. You see, people had a hard time refusing a cute little child anything when they are the one asking. Looking back, I realized God let them pick me out of all the other kids that were there that could have been picked to play this part. God was calling me even then in my innocence. As they were caroling, I would go with the pastor to the door, and when they opened the door, I would be there smiling and say, I'm a little missionary out working for Jesus. Would you give a Christmas dollar? House after house, I would repeat this, not knowing that God would call me to be a missionary one day that would be trying to reach children's souls and not just dollars. Looking back, I could see how God was putting a love for missions in my heart throughout my life. They had a weekly report with stories from different missionaries around the world. I listened fascinated to the adventures of wild animals, uncivilized tribes, and dangerous encounters of people serving overseas. They had a pen pal program, and I wrote letters back and forth with many different kids my age from all over the world. I kept a journal, and years later, when looking through our old things we had stored, my daughter saw it and was flipping through it and read where I had wrote. When I grow up, I would like to be a teacher, a writer, and a missionary, but most of all, a missionary, because I want to teach others about Jesus. She said, Look, Mom, you knew all your life what God wanted you to do. I had forgotten I had ever wrote that, and God has blessed me to be able to do all those things. I was my children's teacher as a homeschool mom. I'm a teacher to children on the mission field. God has allowed me to write poems and books of our experiences. And this concludes my reading today on page 5. And if you would like your very own copy of The Calling, my personal story and the story of our calling to Mexico, you can find it to purchase on Amazon for the real book, and for the ebook, it is on Barnes & Noble and many other locations. You can find it. May God richly bless you.